talk to you today about something a little bit more serious. Thermography versus mammography. Not a lot of people know what thermography is. So I'm sure we've had friends and family members, or even yourself, who's been affected by breast cancer. And I know my mother-in-law and friends have been, clients of mine have been affected by breast cancer. And today's day and age, we're seeing an enormous amount of cancer. It's actually becoming it's surpassing heart disease for the #1 killer in America. So we have to think, we're seeing this now more than ever. So what's the underlying factor? I think that there's so many things involved here. There's the toxins that we're eating now, the toxins that we're putting on our skin, the things that are the stress level, what we're exposed to, how we're running our life, the pollution. There's so much going on that affects our hormonal balance. And this is huge because this is the foundation of why I developed the Complete Detox program, as many of you know, because it's really a step-by-step guide to show you guys how to get rid of, and you can't really get rid of, let's be honest, but how to really decrease that toxic load that's really messing up our entire body and all of the people that we love. So, get on my tangent here, but last week I went to have my first thermography visit, and I didn't know what to expect, and it was definitely something that I was interested, and I was shocked on how they actually do it. It's basically like a camera that picks up heat. And as a functional nutritionist and functional medicine practitioner, I really knew the benefit of doing thermography versus mammography. But I thought, hey, you know what? My Living Fresh community and all my friends, they probably don't know. So this is my whole premise of doing these Fresh Fridays, of sharing, a little ounce of my knowledge with you guys, hopefully on a weekly basis. And so there are 3 top reasons that I came up with that really speak to why I believe choosing thermography is better than mammography. Okay, so the first reason is radiation exposure. And of course, they will tell you, no, it's just minute. You're just getting a small amount of radiation. But believe it or not, guys, 1 mammogram is equivalent to 100 chest x-rays. And there is an enormous amount of radiation that's occurring when your body is going through a mammogram, because not only that, the compression that occurs increases that. And so it's a known fact that, the radiation causes changes in our cells that can cause cancer. And why do you think so many people have banned their microwaves even? So it's actually a known thing that, we have to be careful with radiation, all kinds of it, and it's a huge exposure. The second reason that I chose thermography is because, thermography, mammography shows little benefit. It actually shows little benefit. The recent research, there's been studies recently that showed that, mammograms really showed not to really change at all, they have no hold on decreasing the breast cancer mortality rate. It does not. And basically, they're just as effective as a self-breast exam. So why would I expose myself to all this radiation if doing a self-breast exam is just as good? And this is recent research out there. This is the current research. So I think it's really important that we spread the word about this, because conventional medicine is just writing the prescriptions for these mammograms, because why? Buku bucks, guys. Come on. So we have to really spread the word, educate, And so I really wanted to tell you 3. That was 2. The third reason is early detection. So when you get a thermography exam, it can detect changes in your cells anywhere from 6 to 8 years before a tumor even develops. So basically, when tumors are shown to be evident on mammograms, they have been building for years in the body. So thermography is a great way to be able to detect these things way early on. Okay, so early detection, that's like the third and final, and I believe the most important reason. And so really, I hope this encourages you to look into thermography. There are many places that do it. Lots of places do thermography. You can just Google it in your area and find an office that offers thermography. Is it covered by insurance? Not necessarily. But again, I would say it's between $140 and $160 for the thermography visit. But really, it's such a small price to pay for an ounce of prevention that could just save you, thousands upon thousands of dollars initially, and a lot of trials. And so there's a lot of places that do it. You can actually even get a full body scan, a full thermography scan, and that's beneficial because it picks up heat, it picks up changes in your body via heat and inflammation. And I don't know if you know this, but inflammation is where disease starts. So if it can detect inflammation, that's an awesome thing, right? So it detects inflammation, it detects heat, and you can actually see what's going on all over. Is it 110%? No. I mean, usually you have to follow up and look further. For example, I've had clients that have had these scans done, and with one of my clients, it found a tooth infection that she was not aware of, and she was able to get that taken care of. And that's really important because a lot of times when we have infections, whether it's a cavity or root canal or something, and they're undetected, it can cause a secondary infection, like a valve problem or something in your heart. So early detection is key, guys. And the other thing, I had another story of a guy who they saw something in his kidney, and he went and followed it up. It actually was a tumor in his kidney, and that was malignant, and it most likely saved his life because he was asymptomatic. He had no symptoms. And so there are many stories that are, great things to be able to say, oh, you know what? Early detection, that's something, unfortunately we have to pay out of pocket for it now, but hopefully in time, we can fix our healthcare industry so that we can get these things more covered. But really just once a year, it's a small price to pay for a drop of prevention. And thermography, it's just a beautiful tool to be able to have access to, and but just not a lot of people know about it. So here we are with Fresh Friday, putting out the word about thermography. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you feel like that this video will help some of your friends and family members and help educate them on this particular topic, feel free to share, feel free to post questions, and feel free to ask me about my Complete Detox program. Okay, I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.